What in the World is kind of like the opposite of Food for Thought, whereas Food for Thought is more kind of intellectual, and it kind of is like, oh, that's really interesting, and it's kind of like mind-grabbing, and it's just like, whoa, that's cool. Where What in the World is basically what's in my brain right now, what kind of thoughts that pop in there, you know, just like random. So I'm just gonna be like, what in the world is going on with the world? Except, you know, I won't say that. I'll say whatever is actually on my mind. And that'll be every Wednesday. Food for Thought will be every Saturday, except for this week, which will be Friday. The sketch or different type of video will be every 2 weeks on a surprise day. And that's down in the under my picture and everything on my channel, just if you forgot or forget or whatever. I just ripped a button off my pants. I'm gonna go. Bye. What in the world is up with Mac computers? So at my school got a couple Mac computers, and so I didn't know where, you know, they had the Mac computers, but I went in the LRC for, you know, an 8th-hour class, and we were gonna work on stuff on the computer. And I walked in there and I was like, ooh, okay. And I was going to get a seat where I usually do in that section of the library, and I looked over and I'm like, there's Macs right there. There's a row of Mac computers. And there's a row on the other side too. I was like, oh my god. So I went straight for the Mac computer. I was like, I'm getting on this. Because you gotta understand, I've never been on a Mac computer. Ever. Never. I've never used a Mac computer, okay? And I just want to see why people love them or why people hate them. So I went on there and everything, and then I was trying to find the internet. I didn't know which thingy it was. I was like, where's the little Internet Explorer? Or, you know, Firefox. I use Firefox. Where's that little icon? And then someone's like, oh, it's Safari. So I, you know, did that. And while I was looking, trying to find the internet, I scrolled over all the things, and I stopped at one of them, and it said, right above the little icon, it said Final Cut Pro. I was like, what? What? You have that on there? I already knew that iMovie was a better editor than any of the, you know, than Windows Live Movie Maker. Windows Live Movie Maker, it's good for, you know, the only thing you can really do is edit to the second or half of a second. That's basically the only thing that's really nice for that. Otherwise, it doesn't really do anything else. Yeah. I would love to do like green screen effects or anything else really. Something like animation, like little things or what, something else. Or effects or something. But no. Can't have that on, you know, my Windows 7 computer. And so I was like sitting at this Mac computer, I'm like, you Final Cut Pro. And you have, I know that you have iMovie because all Mac computers have iMovie. I'm like, yeah. So the rest of the hour I was like doing my stuff, and I'm just like thinking, I could edit my videos and make them really cool with this program. I mean, oh my goodness, I was just like, I want this computer. And it was a Mac computer, like desktop computer. It was huge. I mean, if you've ever seen one of those in person, man, they are big and they're all like shiny. The little keyboard is like almost like flat, and it's so little and it's so nice. Oh, it's so cool. And it's all white, which is really cool. I like it being white. Oh, I kind of want a Mac computer because YouTube is something that's important to me. Obviously, you know, homework and, you know, stuff for school is, you know, a lot more important, obviously. But, you know, YouTube's so important to me, and I would love to make my videos, like, really cool. But I just don't have the equipment right now. And the programs. And I'm just thinking about all these possibilities, like, while I'm doing my work, and I'm like, I hope only I had a Mac, you know. If you follow my Twitter, if you don't, links below. But I was like, I've fallen in love with Mac. We've only met once, but I believe it was love at first sight. So I went on the computer at, after school, and I was like, looking at, laptops because, I need one. I was looking at, the Dell Windows 7, ones, and I was looking at the Mac ones, and I was like, oh, Mac ones, MacBook Pro, you're like friggin' $1,200. Well, the Dell one was $500 or something around that. I'm like, yeah, no. Twice as much money for, oh god, that's expensive. So probably, sadly, not gonna get it back because they're like twice as much. I want good editing software, and the only stuff you can buy for Windows 7 is like $200 or higher. I'm like, oh, this sucks, man. Oh, but yeah, if you have a Mac, tell me why you love it or hate it or it's okay or whatever. If you have a Mac, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next What in the World?